right? So that's that. Let me put that all into this group and I'll hide it now. I'll have that for tomorrow and see what happens. I'm going to have a look at TRVL. So something interesting about TRVL, which I noticed today when I was having a look at it. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a sell-off. It kind of reminds me of, like, it's weird, these sell-offs. You get like, it's like this one, isn't it? You had an expanding candle, then you had a red candle, then a green, then a red. And so we kind of in that kind of, it's like it's a similar pattern forming. But one thing that's interesting for me, even though we have a nice kind of liquidity zone underneath us, which we haven't reached yet, and that starts at about almost 4 cents through to 3.77 cents. So we have a little bit of a liquidity area here. I think there'll be a lot of limit orders here. But one thing I've noticed about the price is that it's nicely closed above this structure here. See that? It's closed above the structure here, right? And I'm not looking at the candle wicks now. I'm focused a little bit further. I'm more focused on the bodies, like these bodies. It's a little bit more obvious on Bybit. I was having a look at Bybit. Kind of looks like, if you see that, if I use a straight line, it might be better. Maybe actually this dividing line here. So we are kind of, there is a little bit of a reaction here. We have to see what today's candle presents to us. And before, when we dropped like that, it was like this. It was like drop. We had the little green candle and then the price expanded back up. And we just have to see the behavior now. We have to see if the price holds here. Then if it holds here, we have to see what happens tomorrow to see if there's any interest to buy the price back up or not. I think we are at a kind of like a candle structural level right now. When I look at the other charts, it's kind of above. And then what this line, what these are like previous levels. So from before they were on the high and the highs, and now we're coming back to test those levels. Let me go to the 12-hour zone. I think it was KuCoin that I was looking at. Yeah, this was actually the candle of interest was this one. This was the candle of interest, this long green expanding candle, because it looks like we've come back to the top of it. That's what I was interested in. So I am wondering if we find support here or not. I am wondering if this is the place. I'm not sure. I can't tell you exactly where we're going to find support. You know, you have something going on here. This is on KuCoin, where we're coming, you almost have some kind of flat top triangle which broke out, couldn't hold the higher level of support, and now we're coming back to test the top of the triangle. That's almost what I'm seeing in the charts right now. And we're kind of on this, a little bit on this trend line now. We've come into this trend line. So we're in a little bit of, we're in an area now where the price could find support. It's like an area of interest. And so naturally, I bought. I mean, I have been buying, and I'm not really fussed about the price because I think it's in the scale of things, I'm just averaging in. I'm not trading this. I'm investing for a longer period, a longer time horizon, because I have higher targets. But I'm still interested to see where the price finds support, because I think if people now start seeing this and go, wait a minute, this is a good place, and the price does react maybe today or tomorrow, I'd like to see if it was a reaction today and we were able to start closing higher. So let me see what I want to see. I mean, ideally, the best case scenario is you reverse this whole candle and you close up there. That's the best case scenario. I think I would accept a 50% close as bullish. But to be honest with you, we may not see that today, because people, what I've noticed with TRVL is that people like to wait for the price to settle down before they start buying again. And so when you look at the way the price has moved down, we are in that kind of situation now where the price is settling down a little bit. And I think the first sign of strength that I'm looking for will be to reverse, like to get like a 4-hour close above these, like above that level, and then up there. You know, you've got a few. It would be nice if we can get closed there and work our way back up. That would be nice. So we have to see how that plays out. Yeah, and we kind of had that lower down here. You see, down here, in this lower bit, it looked like the price was falling and it was going to zero because we lost this key level here. The price came under, and then it hit this kind of, it found support. It didn't actually get to this order block down here. It was a bit higher up. It found support, and as soon as the price got back above that previous low, it expanded, it came back to test, and then it went up. And so I'm kind of looking for the same kind of behavior, actually. I'm looking for some kind of expansion and some sort of back tests, like expansion, back test to go up. That would be really nice. But we have to see how this plays out. There's no reason why it can't do that. And there's no reason to think that the price is going to go down now, because we've had a lot of selling already. We've had a lot of people sell. And it's just the way the market works psychologically. You know, people, the lower it gets, people are looking to buy and accumulate at lower prices. And now it's different if we were to go down here. Yeah, if we were to fall down here by some miraculous chance, yeah, then I think people will have different sentiments. They'd feel a lot more bearish. But I don't think you can feel bearish right now. Like, I'm actually looking at this dip as an opportunity to keep on accumulating. And eventually that's what's going to happen. And I think people don't realize that. Like, there are people who are accumulating TRVL and they're absorbing the sells at these levels. And when you look at the price action over the last few months, that's the kind of behavior that I'm seeing. It's accumulation and absorption at the lows, all right? And I can show you that because look, if I bring on my indicator, so the indicator to look at now is this MACD. I'll get rid of these brush strokes. And what you can see clearly, if I just get rid of these lines now, is that we're making a higher high, and here we're making a lower low. See that? So that's that's hidden bullish divergence on the MACD. That means the price is being absorbed because the MACD is good. This is the most bullish divergence you can get. The other divergence would be if the price is lower and the MACD was higher. That's not as bullish. That's still bullish, but that means lack of participants. Right now, I'm not seeing lack of participation at these levels. I'm seeing absorption. So the MACD is going lower, but the price is higher. So in the whole of this expansion and drop, if there was no divergence, then this MACD would be above this high. It would be here. And that would be correct because then they're following the same path. But what's actually happened is the MACD is lower and the price is higher. You see that? So these are diverging, and this is called hidden divergence, hidden bullish divergence. You can see it very clearly on the 4-hour chart. And look, I'll show you. We saw it before. You see it happened here. Lower on the MACD, higher on the price. That was absorption too. And then the price expanded. Okay. So we are seeing a little bit of hidden bullish divergence on the MACD. I don't know what that means. Doesn't mean the price is going to the moon. It's just something to bear in mind. So I think it's very important. It's good to have those kind of confirmations. You kind of want to buy when you see that, because that gives you the confirmation that people are buying, people are absorbing the price, you know. So that's quite a good signal to see. And then obviously what we need for Bitcoin, the Bitcoin chart, and obviously I'm only just commenting on the price action. I'm not really, I am bullish, but I think people should buy according to their own trading strategy. I'm not telling people to buy willy-nilly, but we did this golden cross didn't hold the support, and so for me that was I was a little bit concerned at that. I was a bit concerned, but that doesn't necessarily, like, I'm not like selling now just because that happened. I'm just thinking, I'm just trying to understand why it happened. Okay, it's a hard one because we're actually in the lower, on this local range, we're underneath the value area low as well. There isn't really much volume compared to the volume we used to see. If you see all of the volume here, this volume here is much less. So I don't know if people are trading between Bitcoin and TRVL. So I think the price is almost reflecting the difference in price between Bitcoin and TRVL rather than the trading volume. I can't explain it. But this is a golden cross still, and the price is underneath the golden cross. We still have time for the price to come back up. So if we were to look back 50 days and see what candles we're gonna lose, we're basically starting to lose these candles here. So basically from this one, these candles. Okay, so we're still losing lower candles at the moment, which is good, because that means the 50 moving average for the next 10 days is going to go up. In 10 days time, we're going to start losing higher candles. We're going to start losing these candles here, these candles here, and then these candles here. Okay, and you just don't want the price to be at the lows here, because then what happens is the moving average 50 starts to come back down. We don't want that. We actually do need the 50 moving average to start going up now. We do need that, because we need that to happen, because we need the 50 moving average now to start rallying and to start holding the price. We need the price to come back and we need the 50 to guide the price upwards. So this is my first significant cause for concern, but I'm not panicking because it just happened yesterday, and we are into support on the USDT chart. So I've clearly shown that we are into support. We're into some kind of trend line support and back test of a triangle breakout support. You see, we're into this kind of support area now. We have to see if sellers sell, and we have to see if the sells are absorbed. We have to see if people put limit orders here or not. We have to see. We can't tell. It's impossible to know. And then if we do break down for some reason, then we're going to come into some liquidity zones, some liquidity levels. And then we have to see how much liquidity there is lower down. We have one here, this kind of order block here. Actually two. We have a daily level there and there. And then we'll be coming back also into the daily 50 moving average. A lot of people like to trade these out moving averages. We have a lower liquidity level down here. So if we do lose support here and we break down a little bit more, then we are still coming into liquidity levels lower down. But effectively what that means is we're back in the range. That's all it means. It means we're back in the range. It means the price didn't have enough oomph to go up this time, because the way I see it, that was the range. We were above the range and we couldn't hold the range. We're back into this range. Yeah. And then we'll probably just end up ranging some more. And then we have to see what happens to the price then. Yeah, we have to just wait. And then it will depend on whether people continue to accumulate or not. And then if this kind of behavior happens, then this is called deviation from the range, or a failed auction in the highs of this range. And the only way to recover that would be to keep on consolidating in the range and then to make another attempt up. You make another attempt. That would be the only way to recover, just to get back. It looks like there is another higher, like that's how the price moves. It moves from ranges to ranges. And so what you're getting is, if we fall back into this lower range, then it just means that the price didn't have acceptance into this higher range. That's basically what it means. At the moment we're on support, so I'm not too worried, and I am buying. And because my long-term strategy is to accumulate and to keep on accumulating because of my higher time frame targets. So when I'm looking at the higher time frame, and I'm not fazed by this potential weekly candle that's forming. I'm not like crazy. I'm not fazed by that, and the reason why I'm not fazed is because we do have a weekly level that's formed underneath us. And I'll show you. See this red candle where it formed with this green candle to go up? There's a weekly level there. That's quite a strong liquidity level. And it's very possible that the price closes all the way down and then goes up the next week. It's very possible. Like, the only kind of circumstance where I would be extremely bearish on this is if we close back underneath that weekly level. I think that would not look good, and that would happen tomorrow night. By tomorrow night, if we closed underneath that weekly level, that wouldn't look good. That would be, that wouldn't be good. That just, yeah. But then that being said, I can tell you something. There is something good. This this formation is called a poor high, and usually poor highs are taken out. Usually, so it's hard to explain, but usually these square highs are taken out. The price goes back up to test, to reclaim, to take the liquidity from these poor highs. Yeah, so it's something to bear in mind. So I don't think this is the end. Like, I'm not like, even if the price does close down there for whatever reason, I'm not seeing this as the end. I'm not going like, I'm not looking at this chart now on the monthly time frame. Yeah, I'm not looking at this chart now and going, this is it, this is the end of TRVL, this is the top. Is this the top? Does this look like the top to you? Does this look like the top to anyone? If anything, this looks like a bottom forming, and if anything, as I went over my analysis a couple of days ago, I used the gate chart to do it. I do feel like we're either making some kind of Adam and Eve on the higher time frame. You can kind of see it. There's your V, and now we're kind of rounding around. Okay, or some kind of Wyckoff accumulation schematic, and if that's happening, then we have passed the spring and test. We're way back above the ST in phase B, and we're trying to get back above this level, which would be our lowest point of support. We're still not there yet. So that's what I'm looking for now. I'm looking for the price to behave like this. Now, I can't predict the exact timings of how the price is going to move. No one can do that. But the price is never just going to go up. It's always going to go up and down, up and down. What we want is for the price to go up and reclaim levels of resistance to support. And actually what's interesting is, now that I'm looking at the 3-day chart on TRVL, surprise, surprise, look, we're coming into the 3-day chart 200 moving average. You see that? I only just noticed that there. So for a while we've been kind of testing it. We went above it once and lost it, and this is the second time, and now we're trying to capture it. And we have 12 hours, almost 11 hours and 32 minutes to go before this 3-day candle closes. So I don't think that's bad. I actually think that's not a bad sign. Yeah, it's not a bad sign. And actually what you can see is that this 50 moving average is coming up as well. So we still have positive signs of reversal. So I think it's just a good opportunity to accumulate now at lower prices at 4.2 cents. I think the price has kind of settled down a lot. If you look at that, the way the price is behaving now, it's kind of settled down. So that's what I was saying before. I was saying you don't want to catch a falling knife. You don't want to catch the price when it's kind of falling. But now when you see the price kind of settling like this, potentially at a really important level, then it could be a good place to start buying. It could be. And that's just something to bear in mind. All right, that's TRVL, I think, for today. Let me quickly have a look at the Telegram. Let's see if there is anything in there. Let me quickly show you in Telegram. There's this story on X from Adrian, a Dtravel direct user who was the founder of Honest Cash at one point. Pretty cool. So dive into the journey of Adrian Barwicki, from developer to consultant to Honest Cash founder and now vacation rental enthusiast, leveraging Dtravel to power direct bookings for let me open it up. For Rent to Jemmy's 100 property portfolio. It's amazing, huh? This is it. Have a look at this. Rent You Jemmy's journey to a 50% profit spike. Wow, look at that. With Dtravel Direct and a simple marketing strategy. Rent You Jemmy's journey is a masterclass in innovative entrepreneurship. He's already seen a 300% uptick in overall direct bookings. Poland, look at that. Guess that's him. No, that's not him. Is that him? Adrian Barwicki. Yeah, that's him. This is his property. And this is a a code. If you're going to Poland, you can use that and get 10% extra off. Right. It's quite good. Where's the link to his property? I want to have a look. Can't see it. Why is there no link? Okay, I'll just have to go to Poland. This is it. Apartments for digital nomads. These are his featured properties. Look at that. Apartment in Warsaw. Very nice. Look at that. Hot tub. That's nice, huh? Air conditioning, hot tub. Look at that. Do they provide breakfast in bed? Second bedroom. It's a workstation. This is it. I like that. A little loft. Good appliances. Nice kitchen. Outdoor coffee shops. Damn, this is nice. I'm gonna go. AC unit. More properties. Let's have all of it. Let's have a look at all of them. Wow, he's got a lot of properties there. Look at that. Look at all these properties on Dtravel, guys. No messing about. Look at this. Everyone's like wondering, does Dtravel have properties? Look at these properties. There's loads. Oh my God, there's too many. Showing 95 properties in Poland. 95. This guy's got 95 properties on Dtravel in Poland. All right, I'm gonna put the link his link underneath my video. So if you're going to Poland, you know exactly where to book your properties. They're all nice as well. Look, this is cheap in lots. I don't know where lots is. Zoom in. So most of them are in this. Look at this. This is Warsaw. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, that's the one that I looked at. Apartment, business apartments. Here it says £40. Okay, let's try it. Let's do it. Go for a nice weekend. 2 guests. Romantic. It's cheaper, look at that. Crypto. No fees. That's really cheap. All right, that's interesting. Let me have a look at the Telegram group again. So this is interesting. Altruist says we're back to square one, unable to support the 5-cent level. And my response to him was, it's not ready to go up just yet, but we have important liquidity levels underneath. So let's just see how the price reacts first. Smitty says, I wouldn't be surprised. It does this a lot. Yeah, exactly right. So I think Smitty's on point right now. So don't be phased by the price action. Yeah. We're talking about an ultra low liquid token. Sometimes these levels are not specific lines, they're areas, and it's just not, I just don't think it's ready to go up just yet. But if you look at the trend, we're clearly bullish. Clearly the trend is bullish. Like, if you look at the way the price has been moving since the all-time low, it's clearly bullish. See? And it does that a lot, like absolutely right. We're getting this kind of behavior a lot. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, like, don't be phased by that. This is normal. We're not in that stage yet where we expand. And actually, I'm thinking to myself, we need to flip this level into support first. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that kind of expansion yet until we flip this level into support, because you're not going to expand into resistance. You know, you need to break out. And we have this neckline as well that I'm keeping an eye on. And, you know, to me, that could look like some sort of head and shoulders pattern also. If we manage to form this kind of behavior where we do go up, we come back into support, hold support, then you're looking at a higher time frame head and shoulders pattern too. Yeah. So just bear these things in mind, and it's not looking bad just because the price is pulled back 20 or so %. It just allows people to accumulate at lower prices, gives people time to enter if they haven't entered already. And, you know, I would rather we have new entrants in at lower prices, because that's going to give them the confidence to keep on adding to their positions as the price goes up. And that's what you do in a bull run. In a bull market, you buy the dips. I don't think people understand that yet. As the price goes up, you don't sell, you buy. You buy you keep on buying a bull market. We're in a bull market now. I think we're in a bull market for a year at least. It all depends on Bitcoin, but we're in a bull market for a year. Basically, in a bull market, you're buying the dips. You just keep on buying the dips. Just keep on sipping those dips. That's really what it's all about. And that's why people love bull markets, because you just buy the dips and the direction is up. All right. So let's not get too bearish. I mean, I don't know how you can get bearish. We're over this structure. We're over this structure. You know, we have like important levels, daily levels that are untapped. One there, one there, one there, one there. We've got like 4 untapped daily levels underneath us, and then underneath us, and a weekly level, and a daily 50 moving average, which is starting to move upwards. Let me show you. Let me just mark these lines out. All right, just so that people can see. Then I'm not making this up. So we have that's a weekly level. See that? That's untapped right now. We have a tapped weekly level lower down. So I'm not going to mark it, but it's there. But there's an untapped week. Oh, that's tapped as well. See that? See what happens when the price comes down into that level and it came up? You see that? So the price is now coming down. Just give it time. Let the price do its thing. And then you have daily levels. There's one there. Let me name it. Then you have one there. And then you have one there. And then you have one there. You really want to go down that far, I would consider that tapped. So just ignore that one. All right. So these are your levels of liquidity right now. There's a lot of levels. And then what you have are your volume levels. Pull it here to here. Let me see. Let me do the whole range. See what it gives me. So right up to the point where using this expanding candle all the way to the point where we broke out of that volume level. Surprise, surprise, look where we are. We're back into the value area high of this lower range, of this previous range. Value area high, market. Previous range, value area high. You see that? Look where the price has stopped. So we're into some significant levels, and we have a daily order block here. You see this candle? Oh, the whole red candle is an order block, but obviously the strongest orders are going to be in the body. So we have a really strong, powerful liquidity level right here. Mark it for you. So make it a little bit greener. See that? Right there. That's a good place to buy. That green box. Now, if it does come down into that level, it's showing. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So we have a lot of levels here. Look, we have the daily 50 moving average going up really fast. Now, we're not back in this range yet. So I don't, like, you can't get bearish. We're on the top of, we're back testing the top of this range. And we haven't got acceptance into this range yet. So let's just see if the price finds support here. It could quite easily go up. If the price consolidates here, it could quite easily go back up, quite easily. We don't get acceptance back into this volume area. This would be the perfect place for the price to find support to go up. That's a very normal behavior when it comes to price action. But if for some reason we do find ourselves back into this range, we have